I'm Katrina, and this is Sew and Tare. And today we are giving a check-in on our heat-tolerant tomatoes. We planted these a while back. I'll put a link up here to that so you know what varieties we're talking about. And we're just gonna see how they're doing. I don't think any of them are ripe yet, but we do have tomatoes growing. I also need to start to kind of weave some of these. It's been kind of in the background. We have been dealing with this peach tree giving tons of fruit. That's been their focus right now. But that's done. We've chopped off most of the branches that it would be a summer prune. And this actually, right here, is this little peach tree that had started in the bed by itself, you know, with a pit. So I'm gonna kind of tie that back a little bit too, but we're just gonna see how it looks. Some of these are getting big enough that I might not tie them up, or I might not try and coax them up. They might just be sprawly and I'll just have to deal with it. So here we go. Let's start over here. This has gone all the way out here in the bed. The bed ends right here. So I know I don't want this to block the path, so I'm actually going to put it on this trellis here to try and make it go up and over the pathway. We'll see if it does that. Now, when you're trellising tomatoes in that way, you are going to have to guide it because they're always going to go up. So once it goes to the top, if you want it to go back down, and you have to, you know, maneuver it. Now, when doing this, you don't want to break them, so it is important to coax them through. And if it's not going through that one, pick one higher. So those I might have to pull through when they grow a little bit. So I don't tie my tomatoes at all. I just put them through the space, and I just put them through these holes, and it works for me. But I also don't mind if it's a little sprawly. Okay, I think it's time for me to take this out of the way. Now this is a U-shaped bed, if you guys remember. So I'm going to try and keep it contained to this view. This belongs over here. Here's a nice one. These are all growing up. I'm going to want to tuck them under through so they have support when the fruit starts to ripen. We have lots of flowers on here, which is good. Those flowers mean fruit. The chickens want to say hi. Over after. We say hi. Hello. So something else that I do not do that a lot of people do is I do not prune my tomatoes. I live in a warm climate that doesn't need, it doesn't have the disease issues that a lot of the more wetter climates have. And so I don't have to do that here where I am. You may want to think about that where you are, but for me, I don't get blight, I don't get rot, I don't get, you know, fungal issues. So that's good. And I'm getting tomatoes this year, guys. We also have a squash in here, so that's fun. Some of these already have good tomatoes, and I want to make sure that they're not going to... The way tomatoes grow naturally is not upwards. The way tomatoes grow naturally, and actually how they grow commercially, is sprawled out on the ground. The issue with sprawling out on the ground is you can't find the tomatoes, you step on them, and it takes up extra space. So that's why I'm putting them up. So if it wants to bend down and has enough space to get to the floor or get to the ground, that's fine. But I'm going to try and not do that so that I can get the fruit and the possum doesn't get the fruit, because we do have a possum in the yard. You can see we also have this chard that's going to, actually it's pollen right now, that it's going to seed for us, which is nice. So that's what I like to do. I like to weave it. That way it stays in place. This branch is from way over there, but it's got this far. We have an empty spot, so I'm going to have some tomatoes on it. I'm going to get it off the ground and up the cattle panel. So this branch has some tomatoes on it too. So we're just going to want them to go up. Let's see. Ooh guys, look at this. Look at that. That is starting to change color. It's starting. And those are peaches down there that fell. But look at that. We're getting there. So these flowers here are Chinese chives, and they're really good. They're garlicky, very good. I'm trying to get these to go naturalized in my yard, so I am going to let these seed. I'll probably save some seeds as well. Look at this rambly thing. It goes all the way up here. Now this is one that was shaded out by the tree, the peach tree, so understand that. Again, as long as you're gentle with them and don't bend them too much, they do pretty well getting through these things. Like that, I just broke a leaf off. Now, as far as the rest of this mess, I'm going to try and train a couple of them up, but I think a lot of it's going to stay. Let's see if I can get this. So I really should have been in here before, but I've been busy. I know, excuses, excuses. Look at that thing, guys. I'm just going to set them right there for now. Alright, and that is all I'm going to do for now. We have tomatoes, I think, on every single type. Every single bush has tomatoes, which is awesome. It's not a great test of heat-tolerant tomatoes because we have not had that hot of a summer so far. Knock on some wood here, on some tree, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to kind of pan here, show you guys the tomatoes, and thank you guys for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, and share it along with people who love tomatoes, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the day, and I'll give you a scan of all these tomatoes. So here we have some sort of bunching tomato. Pretty cool. There's some round ones over here. Starting to grow. Little ones starting to grow there. Hopefully get bigger. There. Good sized one down here. Some more. They're all doing really well. Here's the one that's blushing already, so that's pretty cool. And more over here.